The Indiana Fever hosted the Washington Mystics this Friday, August 15, 2025, in Indianapolis, and left the court with yet another bitter loss of the season, 88-84. The result, though close, once again exposed the Fever's consistency issues, especially without their star player, Caitlin Clark, still sidelined due to injury. But more than just a loss for Indiana, the game also marked an important affirmation of the Mystics' talented youth. The Fever started well. Playing at home, they controlled the first two quarters with good offensive movement and a strong presence in the paint. Aliyah Boston had one of her strongest games of the month, scoring 20 points and grabbing 9 rebounds, demonstrating why she's one of the league's most promising centers. Alongside her, Kelsey Mitchell took over the point guard role in a heavier role than usual, as the team is also without Sydney Colson and Ari McDonald. Even so, she performed well. 14 points, 9 assists, and a good read of the game, even with the Mystics' defense stepping up in the second half. Odyssey Sims, a recent addition to the team, also caught the eye. She added 11 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds, being one of the few players who managed to maintain the offensive intensity as the game began to slip away from the Fever's grasp. But what looked like a controlled victory turned into a nightmare in the second half. The Mystics came roaring back from halftime and staged a stunning comeback with a 22-7 run in the third quarter. The defense, which had struggled to contain the pick-and-roll between Mitchell and Boston, adjusted its coverage well, forcing tougher shots and controlling the defensive rebounds. The star of the night was freshman Sonia Citron, who simply ignited the fourth quarter with 21 points, 12 of them in the final minutes. She showed herself to be cool, technical, and highly conscious, taking advantage of gaps in the defense to infiltrate and knock down decisive shots. On the other side, Kiki Iriafen was dominant in the paint, with 18 points and 12 rebounds. She was one of the players responsible for keeping the Mystics in the game during the toughest moments and even converted her first three-point shot of the season. The Mystics' collective performance in the second half was impressive. Even with a young and still rebuilding roster, the team demonstrated identity and tactical organization. The coach made precise adjustments, and General Manager Jamila Weidman was praised after the game for assembling a resilient squad, even in the face of changes and budgetary constraints. The Mystics' focus now is clear, developing talents like Citron, Iriafen, and Shakira Austin, who was also effective defensively, to form a solid and competitive foundation for the coming years. The Fever, on the other hand, are going through a difficult time. Furthermore, there's a feeling that the team is being somewhat neglected by the league, something Sophie Cunningham, a member of the team, recently commented on. She stated that the WNBA seems to have given up on the Fever after the injuries and poor run. A strong statement, but one that reflects the mood within the locker room. Even so, the Fever still has a chance to bounce back. The talent is there. Boston is dominant, Mitchell is experienced, and players like Nalissa Smith and Erica Wheeler can grow with more confidence. What's missing is consistency, and of course the return of Clark, who still has no official return date. Ultimately, this was a victory for the Mystics' persistence and the Fever's lack of solutions. A game that seemed under control for Indiana became a clear example of how a poorly played second half can change everything in the WNBA, especially when the other side is a young group hungry to show their worth. If you enjoyed this complete analysis of the Mystics Fever game, please give it a like. It really helps us continue producing quality WNBA content. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and activate the bell so you don't miss any analysis, recaps, or coverage of the season's hottest games. Share with your women's basketball fans and comment below. Can the Fever still compete for something big this season? Or is Caitlin Clark's absence a blow too difficult to overcome? Thanks for sticking around, and see you at the next game.